Emmanuel Macron tried to freeze UK businesses out of lucrative procurement contracts in the EU as trade disputes between Britain and the bloc's leaders escalated. The UK and EU have agreed to extend the time for approval of the Brexit trade deal forged by Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Brussels counterparts in December. While the deal was ratified in one day on December 30, it was only provisionally implemented as the European Parliament needed more time to go over the agreement. Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove said this week, provisionally applying the agreement was not the United Kingdom's preferred outcome given the uncertainty it creates for individuals and businesses and indeed the parties. Extending the period of provisional application prolongs that uncertainty. Mr. Gove's comments come as Brexit grievances over trade show no signs of waning. British exporters and importers are furious as rules of origin for products that are imported into the UK, then exported to the EU cause difficulty for some firms. French President Emmanuel Macron took a tough stance on trade during the Brexit talks, and even tried to freeze UK businesses out of £350 billion worth of public contracts in the EU. Mr. Macron made the proposal, called the Buy European Act, and it threatened to exclude companies such as BT and Serco from carrying out work for EU institutions and member states. The proposal, put forward in 2017, represented a stance that was much harsher than anything from the European Commission, which had previously pledged that it would never advocate a Buy European-only policy. Mr. Macron's plan was met with backlash in the UK as Brexiteers called for retaliatory measures. John Longworth, chairman of Leave Means Leave, and a former Director General of the British Chambers of Commerce, said, "The continental Europeans have been playing this game on procurement for a very long time. It's about time we caught up." The French president's proposal was also dismissed by Alistair Moggan, a partner at Morrison Forster. He said, "A Buy Europe Act would be difficult to square with the EU's commitments under the WTO government procurement agreement, so I don't see how it could ever be implemented. It's a nice soundbite but not really practical." To the relief of some UK businesses, the Brexit trade deal preserves much of the access enjoyed pre-Brexit. UK businesses will also continue to have access to EU public procurement markets. However, the level of guaranteed access will not be as extensive as it was while the UK was part of the single market. The UK will be free to diverge from EU public procurement rules, but its World Trade Organization government procurement agreement membership and the terms agreed between the UK and EU under the Brexit deal restrict how far Britain can deviate. Mr. Macron's proposal wasn't the final attempt to limit the UK's prospects post-Brexit.